I'm JP Pearsall with Grady-White Boats. This is Christian Carraway, our lead designer. We're here in Fort Lauderdale. We're very excited to introduce our all-new Freedom 345 here at the show.
With the Freedom 415 flagship being so well received earlier this year, we thought let's take those flagship features and bring those down to the 335 platform to re-envision a model into something all new. And that's what we've done here with our 345.
We're going to take a quick look at the exterior features of the boat, and we'll climb aboard and show you all about it. First thing we have to talk about is a standard feature on all Grady-Whites, and that's our exclusive SeaV2 Hull.
Absolutely. All Grady-Whites are known for their legendary ride. Sharper dead rise in the front for cutting through the waves. You can see the appropriate size and length strakes and chine for redirecting spray. As we move aft, that dead rise is going to constantly vary all the way back to the transom. We're going to have a little bit less dead rise, which gives us several features. One, we're going to be able to stay on plane at lower speeds. We're going to be able to get on plane faster, and it's also going to give us more stability at low speeds or at rest.
Makes everybody a little bit more comfortable.
These are going to be the most comfortable riding hulls on the market. Ask any Grady-White owner.
Now let's talk about this power package. Really makes the boat go.
We have the triple 350 package. We also offer it with a twin 450 package.
And that includes Yamaha digital electric steering, the Helmmaster joystick, and autopilot from Yamaha. All are standard features on this boat.
That's correct. All those little extra gadgets and gadgets that really make it fun to drive and super easy to control.
Make you look good at the dock too.
That's right.
So as we climb aboard, a lot like the 415, first thing I notice is how much space you have. I mean, this is huge for a 34.
With the 11-foot 7-inch beam, you're going to notice it's about a foot to a foot and a half wider than most other 33-foot boats on the market.
It feels like it.
And this really is a cockpit laid out for a king. So let's talk about the dual side door arrangements. And there's so many great uses. One being that we've got fuel fills on either side. So when you're approaching the fuel dock, you don't have to think about turning your boat one way or the other, just whatever's most convenient. We have a ladder that detaches and stows away that can clip on either of the side doors. So for the kids jumping in and out of the water, lots of fun to have there. And then also when you're fishing, if you're fighting a fish and it's wanting to go to one side of the boat or the other,
stubborn.
Yeah, let it go where it wants to go. Open the side door up either way and just gaff it, pull it right in.
It's awesome.
We still have our 3-person seat, the fastest, easiest to use on the market. Now the entire transom is all dedicated to either bulk or cold storage. So first we have our large insulated fish box, which is also offered with an optional refrigeration system. Standard live well, also insulated, so if you just want to use this for additional cold storage, you can. And then a third box, which is insulated.
A lot of cooler space.
If you want to go to the Bahamas for a week, load it up, you're ready to go. Just like on every Grady-White, all these boxes and everything on this boat drains directly overboard with just gravity. No batteries, macerator pumps, or float switches required. Easy to use, easy to maintain, no warranty claims on gravity to date. And the other safety feature on all Grady-Whites is foam flotation. So under this floor, the entire stringer grid is filled with enough foam flotation to make this boat unsinkable.
So with all these features, it's really one less thing to worry about and one more notch in your confidence when you're out on the water.
If you feel confident on the water, you're going to have so much more fun. And anytime there's less things to worry about, you're going to enjoy the ownership so much more.
100%. So one of the best things about this boat is really the versatility, right? And throughout the Freedom lineup, you truly have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, whether that's cruising or fishing or just hanging out on the boat. All those things capable on this platform.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we'll start with the fishing portion of that here in the cockpit, because this is really where you're going to go to work. We've got rod holders in the gunnels, 2 per side. Rod holders on the aft end of the hardtop frame, 2 per side. We have additional rod storage overhead in the hardtop for another 4 rods.
Easy access too up there.
Easy access.
Pitch rod or whatever it might need to be.
Yep, so you can step right up here and pull it down as needed. Bulk storage all over the place. You'll see drawers in the back of these seats, drawers in the wet bar, and even dedicated knife plier and lure holders in the aft corner of the cockpit.
For your favorite lures.
For your favorite ones, just the ones that work.
And then I also noticed back here, freshwater, raw water washdowns all over the place. Whether you're spraying blood off the deck or you're spraying off a kid getting inboard, both options available on both sides.
That's right. And coming out the top of the gunnel here, we even have a hot-cold mixture for a freshwater shower. So that really just takes it to the next level.
It's for the temperamental kid that doesn't want cold water.
So as we turn forward from the cockpit, we start to get into those more cruising-oriented features, but we still have a lot of versatility. So if you look at this wet bar with this beautiful Corian countertop, it also works as a bait station. So we have a flip-out cutting board here, freshwater sink. If you want to, fix your lines, your lures, get those rigged up here, it's a great place to do it, and just spray it overboard. But when you are entertaining, we've got the electric grill. We have the refrigerator drawer unit. Even more storage and cup holders.
And this is the standard setup on this boat.
That's correct. All these features that we've mentioned on the wet bar are standard. And let's jump to another standard feature, this lounge on the starboard side. So you'll see that we've got the inboard lounge retracted. The beauty of that is now we have this extra cockpit square footage, a little more room to go to work, and a perfect place to sit
Great trolling
and be
seat.
ready to hop up,
No doubt,
when something bites. But if you do want the extra lounge seat, then you just push the button. You now have a double aft-facing lounge seat. It's tucked up under the shade of the hardtop. It's inside the protection of this beautiful windshield.
It looks like my spot. Nice little drink holder over here, place to charge my phone or hide my keys.
Yeah, and you'll notice that every seat on this boat has at least one cup holder. We've got 19 cup holders throughout the boat, and not quite that many seats, so it's not hard to do the math on that. And then phone chargers. You mentioned this is a great place to put your phone. We know that's a big deal for people these days. So we actually have dual USB and USB-C chargers. In fact, we have 6 of those throughout the boat and a wireless phone charger at the helm.
Some days you just can't disconnect, right? There's going to be an email.
That's true.
Got to be prepared. As we move up to the helm, Christian, this feels like one of those flagship features. It really gives it that big boat feel.
What we've done, several things from a styling standpoint. We've blacked out the helm. It has this beautiful upholstered brow, carbon fiber switch panel with these stainless flush push button switches, room for 2 19-inch Garmin displays.
That's huge.
Yep, and then of course all the controls right where you need them, all your Yamaha controls, stereo bow thruster, and even a little bit of helm air.
You need that
you
down
and your
here.
passenger.
You need that here in Florida.
So we now have captain and first mate dedicated bucket seats. They both have individual flip bolsters, flip armrests, and they're independently adjustable forward and aft on slides.
Again, another one of those big boat features. And you definitely notice the windshield up here. I think the biggest thing I notice is the visibility. I mean, I'm not the tallest guy. I would have no issue seeing over this bow.
The visibility is fantastic, and a lot of that has to do with the new windshield styling. The forward pillars have been moved outboard and further aft and tucked inside the lines of the frit. So now that gives you a much better view out the front. And then same thing for the passengers. We've elevated the passenger seating, so they've got great visibility as well. We have this big wraparound L-shaped seating. We've added more angle to the backrest. We've made them taller, quilted lumbar pillows to make this all just super comfortable. And now the helm table is mounted to a high-low pedestal.
That's awesome.
We can lower it down with a filler cushion, and that converts this into a double forward-facing lounger.
Visibility aft, certainly looking back, if you're watching your spread when you're fishing and want to stay out of that sunlight, right? This hardtop is huge, man. It gives you a ton of protection. I'm protected by the windshield all the way around. It just feels like a great spot.
It is. It's extremely comfortable. And we also have helm air for you.
I need
We
that.
have this vent that blows out in that tire seating area.
And if the AC is not doing it for me, I can always open up some of these hatches, right? Get some fresh air in
Yeah,
here.
if you prefer fresh air, we have the electrically actuated vent in the center here. Of course, the center door opens all the way up, and we have 2 hatches overhead that can be opened for
Best of
additional
both
fresh air.
worlds.
Tons of storage overhead, all the life jackets you'll ever need, and just cavernous storage down here below the helm floor.
There's something else down there too, isn't there?
There is. There's an optional Seakeeper 3
See,
down
I'm
there.
all about the comfort, man. I need that on a boat.
Yep, and that just takes that experience on the boat and elevates it even
That's right,
higher.
right. Seakeeper with the hull design. I mean, this boat's rock solid. Really easy to get in and out of here.
Yeah, what's neat about this console door, you can see that it has a hatch on the top and a door on the vertical. You can open both, and it doesn't impede access to the bow.
Right.
So now we can leave this whole door open. If somebody's down there getting out of the sun for a little bit, getting into a little bit cooler space.
Kid taking a nap.
Yeah, grandkid goes down there just to hang out for a little while. I can talk to them. I can keep an eye on them, make sure they're not getting into too much trouble.
That's right.
You'll see lots of elements that we've pulled down from the bigger boats. The fluted inlays in the cabinet doors. Tons of storage all the way down that outboard side.
Once you're down here, this really feels like a big space. Feels like you could easily spend a night if you had to. Definitely a great spot to take a nap during the day on those long fishing days. But a lot of other features down here too.
Yeah, so with just the push of a button, that bunk inboard of you actually slides outboard and converts that into a very comfortable double berth.
Awesome.
And then the flooring down there you'll see is a composite teak and holly. Super durable and easy to maintain. And the last thing I'll point out down there is the microwave you've got on the aft wall.
That's important. Nap time and then snack time.
Yeah, hard to beat that level of convenience when you're 30 or 40 miles offshore.
TV down here too. I might not ever come out.
All right, well, we'll just close you in. See ya.
That's nice.
One of the greatest benefits of the layout, a completely separate head compartment. We have a vacuum flush head all the way forward. The compartment is fully air conditioned, just like the port console. Beautiful stainless steel sink and a Corian countertop with a mother of pearl backsplash and a pull-out faucet, so it doubles as a shower space.
So now we'll move up to one of my favorite areas of the boat, the bow, right? And this is where the dual console layout really shines. The use of the space up here, it really is its own entertaining area.
You're absolutely right, and there's no better place to ride.
This seat right here, man.
Oh yeah, if I'm not driving, this is definitely the second best seat in the house.
No doubt.
Can't beat the sight lines out the front. Lots of sun coming down on you. We have our lumbar pillow up here in the bow, fold down armrest, grab rails, cup holders, everywhere you need them.
I was gonna say, I feel safe up here also. There's depth in this seat. There's something to grab everywhere. This is a great place to ride.
Yeah, so that's a very important detail when you're designing a bow rider. If it's too deep, then people can't see out the front.
Right.
If it's too shallow, then it becomes a safety feature. So finding that middle ground is really important.
And then what's underneath me, right? No wasted space.
Directly under you is a large insulated cooler that of course
Awesome.
drains directly overboard. Under me is another slightly smaller insulated box that drains overboard. And how about this?
Ah.
Nice big storage drawer.
Secret stash.
Great place to put anything extra that needs a place to go, wallets, keys, those sorts of things.
And then this area here, I can fill this in with a bigger cushion, make this one big pad, or a bow table, right? If we were having a lunch up here.
Yep, so we have another fiberglass piece that does drop in with a cushion if we want this entire thing to be an area where a bunch of kids come up here and hang out and lay down and have fun, or we can lift it up and I'd say 4 or 5 people could easily sit around it and have some lunch.
Awesome.
We've got our beautiful black diamond stitching outboard in these storage compartments. We've lined these with some Corian, which gives it a nice pop of elegance. We also have our blue indirect lighting.
Yeah.
And you'll notice indirect lighting throughout the boat, from the bow to the helm, the hardtop, and even throughout the cockpit.
Looks good all the time, but at night, man, this boat's gonna really show.
An awesome atmosphere for entertaining all your friends and family. One other feature that's awesome up here in the bow is our easy up bow shade.
Right.
So 4 carbon fiber poles, plug them in these stainless receivers, snap it to the hardtop, takes about 2 minutes. You can shade the front. When you have that in conjunction with your hardtop over the helm and your electric sure shade over the cockpit, now the
Fully
entire
covered.
boat is shaded from bow to stern.
Really extends your day on the water, right?
JB, it looks like you've got plenty of room for a second person over there.
Plenty of room. I just missing my first mate. And one of the jobs up here in the bow, right, sometimes if you're not relaxing, is to control that anchor windlass up front. And can you show us how to do that?
Absolutely. So it has this forward filler lid that flips up, allowing me to have standing access all the way up to the anchor locker. So I can work the anchor rode while still keeping my feet firmly planted on the floor. And of course I have the windlass switches right here at my fingertips.
Right. And also at the helm. This is
Also
just
at the
if the captain wants to put you to work.
That's correct.
We've talked about a lot today, right? No doubt the Freedom 345 is feature rich, but if you had to give me your top list, where would you start?
I think the beam is a huge deal, right? So we talk about the amount of space that gives us in the cockpit, in the helm, in the interior, in the bow. You feel it throughout the entire boat.
That's right.
Obviously with any Grady-White, it's the SeaV2 Hull. We're always going to start there on any Grady-White because we literally designed the boat inside of that hull just to ensure that it's the best riding boat on the market.
Of all the features, you use the hull every time.
Absolutely. You're going to feel that every time you and your friends and family are out on the boat. The windshield on this boat, fantastic styling, great visibility, great protection. And then the seating. The seating is so comfortable throughout the entire boat. There's somewhere for everybody to sit, diamond quilting, lumbar pillows, people under the hardtop, people in the bow.
Everybody's comfortable. This is a 41 on a 34-foot hull, and it feels like that when you're on it. Everybody needs to come check it out. If you're in the Grady family, if you have another Freedom line, or you're just looking for something in this size range, this is the most bang for your buck in a 34-foot hull.